7-2 on defeat here. You were out of the traps very quickly, considering the build up to the game and everything we talked about beforehand. But you started off really well with that goal from George, and then I suppose the controversial moment was the free kick just before half time, which was apparently for handball. We did see a few replays of it, and it looked like just about flicked off Andy Quinn's hand. But obviously, you were quite annoyed about that at the time.
Yeah. Well, how can you? I've Shamrock Rovers players down there coming over to me and saying, and you were saying 4 replays, and it looked like if there wasn't one person in the ground that thought that was a handball. Absolutely not, like whatever about deliberate. But my God, I have to be careful what I say, Dave. I'm obviously very emotional today, anyway. But for our players to have to deal with that right before half time. Shamrock Rovers are a brilliant team. They don't need any help, and they got it. I have to be so careful. I'm so annoyed and angry and disappointed. But to be fair, like as I said, not that I ever had any. It's the worst day I've had at this club, and for the players to go out and do that, and the supporters, and everyone sees how much of a unit and how together we are. Put in that performance against a team that for me are comfortably way ahead of everyone else, and we really put up to them. Deserve to get something out of the game. Of course, they had loads of the ball, but look at our shape and look at. Can't complain about the second goal. It's a goal, but even like decisions then at the end, like there's a throw in, it's headed backwards by one of their players and given us offside.
And just in terms of the performance, we spoke before the game. You were obviously very down, understandably so. Were you a little bit worried before the game that you might get turned over badly here, given what had happened and how good they were? Because that's not what happened at all, obviously.
No, because at the end of the day, it's a game of football, and we'll do our jobs. And lads, they never disappoint me. Like, I might be angry, annoyed at times, but with different things. But that group of players are just sensational. Again, I'm so. I mean, what you said, there's not an awful lot going on in my head at the moment, and I'll be careful I don't say the wrong thing. But this game that, again, ironically, is played tonight because of the other reason, and I think something was taken away from us, and through no fault of anyone at this club, that the result was taken away from us. Very disappointed about it. I said I'm trying my best not to say something I shouldn't, but
and in terms
it's no surprise though. Is the only thing I say. I'm not surprised by it. By how I mean, it's 1-0 going in at half time, and people will be watching this and look at him crying and he's moaning. Just have a look at it back. Just look. Anyone can look. Try not to be losing my own head about it, but I'm being very, very honest. Look at it back how we were treated tonight. As I said, the Rovers are an unbelievable, excellent side, with brilliant coaching staff. Don't need any help.
You spoke to Neil Doyle at the end of the game. Looked to be a fairly amicable discussion. What was the tone of that?
So the tone again was because Neil is a lovely fella.
Were you asking him about that particular decision?
As I said, I don't know how you can probably. Again, I'm certainly no expert on that side of it, but trying to manage that situation. Genuine, there's 700 or something Rovers fans down there. Not one of them were looking for it. And again, it's only one goal. It's a goal before half time. Free kick. Now you can argue and talk about we need to keep it out of the net. That's our job. But sometimes a bit of quality. And then the second half, I think we were excellent. I thought we were brilliant. I'd given this. We're missing quite a few today as well. I thought we were brilliant. We take. Since I said this to the players, and now I'm probably just jumping from stuttering here, but I said it to the players. It's the only group of people here that can actually put a bit of a smile or make us feel a bit better about ourselves today, because we certainly don't feel great. But couldn't be prouder of this group of players and my staff. They're just honestly the hardest working, unbelievable. Can you imagine how everybody felt earlier on? Like, so I've never had to deal with anything like that before. And for me, to have this sort of satisfaction to think that my players went out and did that after that. Should have got something against Rovers. Certainly should have. And for them to go out and play with that pride and that passion and that energy and that, I don't know, whatever it is, I couldn't be prouder of them. I think it was taken away from us tonight. Been a tough day, but we come back and we'll keep fighting.
And was that the message in the dressing room after the game, that how proud you were of them? You got a great reception from your supporters, as you would have expected as well?
Yeah, well, you can never be guaranteed, but we guarantee stuff with our supporters. Like, they're the best in the league. I know every manager probably says that, but ours are. And like, they see, never mind who we're up against tonight, but look at the effort and everything that our lads. It's just, there's a massive togetherness to this club. Like, it's one of the reasons why I'm so happy here. I said that the other night, how happy I was here. But look, I said, I'm just mumbling now, Dave. Probably just wrap it up.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks.